Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another take of Zooming with Kaymitch. I'm excited to have my next special guest on. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and add him. Hello. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello,
All right,
welcome.
cool.
Hello, welcome. Thank you for being a part of Zooming with Kaymitch. I'm excited to have you on. Without further ado, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, what's going on? Coach Q, Quincy Cunningham with Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball. I'm an assistant coach for player development at PFW.
Yes, yes. So thank you again for spending some time and allowing time out of your day to speak with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask the first question. So to you being a player development, how important is film breakdown to you when developing player skills?
Super, super important. Uh, as a staff here, we all talk like I'm sure y'all too do as a staff. You talk after practice, you kind of get the eye test of how you feel, people practice and things like that. And then you look at stats, like how statistics are showing that people are performing. And then the next step to that is film. Like you got to trust what you're seeing. And the best thing I love about film is that you can watch it back as many times as you want. You can
Right.
critique, you can always find some way to grow. And that's my whole job is helping our players grow. So it's a huge piece of my job for sure.
Absolutely. I try to make sure, like, especially after, even if it's a good game, bad game, whatever, I try to get a lot of player film, try to show them. And then also when they have workouts, how I incorporate it with the workouts, like, look, this is how you get your shots, all pin down screens or whatever. And it's super important. So thank you for sharing how important, film breakdown is. Next question. What does a typical work day look for you as a player development?
Yeah, so kind of touching on what we just talked about, film. So anytime I'm in the office, our practices are about 2.5 hours. But other than that, I'm in the office watching film,
Mm-hmm.
breaking down every single player's minutes in practice and during games, trying to
Okay.
figure out what ways we can develop their skill. And then on top of that, our players know I have a never say no policy in terms of getting in the gym. I don't care what time, I don't care what day of the week, anything like that. Anytime our players want to get in the gym, it's a yes from me. So
Great.
lots of player workouts and lots of film for sure.
Great. And with that, piggybacking to my next question, what do you try to teach your players besides basketball?
Yeah, so I think one of the most important things that you can teach anybody that you're involved with in terms of their personal development, not just player development, is uh, how they can apply what they're doing now to their next step. And one of the main things that I kind of try to uh, teach our players is the fact that energy and effort, if you pour energy and effort into anything
Mm-hmm.
uh, in the right ways, you'll see results, whether that's in basketball or anything else. So when our players graduate and decide to move on from basketball, whenever that is, they know from me, I'm preaching all the time. If you put energy and effort into anything, you'll get results. So
Absolutely. I think that's just with, like you said, in anything in life, as long as you're willing to put the effort in, then you're going to surely reap the benefits. Like putting extra work in, now you seeing your shots, now you're a little bit more
right,
confident. Now it's like, okay, now I can get in the groove of let me work out more. Let me, you get to see,
exactly,
it pay
exactly.
off. Absolutely. Next question. How important is mental health to you in college basketball?
Super, super, super important. I can't stress it enough. As a program, we definitely try to explain to our girls how important that is. We have a psychologist on staff that our girls can meet with whenever
Right.
they want. And
Uh-huh.
on top of that, it's like we kind of encourage them to have a life outside of basketball because we know how important that is. And with how much time basketball demands in the off season and in the regular season, it's like you definitely gotta take care of your what you call home, your space up top. So
Absolutely. Great. I love how you said that home space up top. Absolutely. Because
yeah,
that's where we live at. We live in our heads, our
yeah,
mind. So
exactly.
it's so powerful how we can tell ourselves like we're gonna have a great day, we're gonna do this. And you like you said, mental health is just super important. Not just with
Hmm.
basketball, but just even aspects outside of basketball. Absolutely.
For
Last
sure.
I do my research on who I
Yeah.
have on here. So being a former player development for Maryland, how was that experience for you, and what did you kind of take away from that journey to now where you at now?
Yeah, I was a student volunteer for Maryland when I was there. Super grateful to their staff for allowing me to be there as much as I wanted to. They know they were the first to find out how much I love this sport because I was you couldn't get me out of that gym. So I'm grateful to them for everything they taught me in terms of not only like things on the floor, what to recognize, but also like a staff of that regard and all the success that they've had. It's like
Right.
it's contagious. Like how hard they work is contagious, and it's carried me to where I am today with another great staff that uh, kind of behaves in the same way. Workhorses. I'm surrounded by workhorses, so I have no choice but to put the work in myself. And that first step in my journey was there, so I'm forever grateful to them for that.
Absolutely. That's cool being a part of like a really big women's basketball program, has been for decades. I mean, Brenda
Mm-hmm.
is an excellent coach. So being just
Yeah,
on that staff, forming those connections to get to where you at now, and like you said, instilling those habits that now you can instill in others is great. Being at a top 25 program year in, year out, it's absolutely amazing.
right.
But I really appreciate you taking the time out to have this interview. Uh, I know y'all play tomorrow, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm in
Yep.
Milwaukee right now. Yeah.
Great. Great. So I wish you the best as y'all start conference and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be in touch with you, and I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Good luck to y'all too. Good luck and good health.
Thank you.